When we talk about building muscle, most people think it's all about expensive supplements or premium cuts of meat. But the truth, grounded in solid biology, is that your body doesn't care about the price tag. It cares about amino acids, the building blocks of protein. If we can provide the right amino acids in the right amounts, consistently over time, the body will adapt. It will repair, grow, and get stronger. Protein quality is one of the most critical factors in building muscle, and it has nothing to do with how expensive the food is. The human body builds and repairs muscle tissue using amino acids, which are the fundamental building blocks of protein. Not all proteins are equal in the amino acids they provide. Some foods contain what we call a complete amino acid profile, meaning they have all 9 essential amino acids in the right proportions for human muscle repair and growth. These essential amino acids cannot be produced by the body. They must come from what we eat. Consume high-quality protein. Our body has the raw materials it needs to maximize muscle protein synthesis, which is the process of building new muscle tissues. It means that choosing foods with the right amino acid content is far more important than choosing foods that are simply expensive or trendy. It's a common misconception that high-quality protein must come from costly cuts of meat or designer powders. While those can be effective sources, they are not the only ones. Eggs, for example, one of the most bioavailable sources of protein, meaning your body can absorb and use the amino acids in eggs extremely efficiently. Canned tuna is another inexpensive but high-quality protein source with a complete amino acid profile. Even plant-based sources, when combined strategically, can deliver a high-quality amino acid spectrum. For example, pairing beans with rice provides a more complete amino acid profile than either food alone. What matters most is understanding the science behind protein quality and then applying it in your food choices. Biological value and digestibility of protein are essential to understand. Biological value is a measure of how effectively your body can use the protein you consume. Animal-based proteins such as dairy, poultry, fish tend to score higher because they naturally contain all the essential amino acids in the right balance. Whey protein derived from milk is one of the highest in biological value, which is why it's popular among athletes. There are also plant proteins like soy and pea protein that rank high when it comes to digestibility and amino acid content. If you know how to combine them, you can achieve the same muscle building benefits without overspending. This knowledge allows you to shop smart and choose the most cost-effective, high-quality sources rather than relying on marketing claims. Timing of high-quality protein intake also plays a role in muscle building. Research shows that spacing your protein intake evenly throughout the day helps maintain a steady supply of amino acids for muscle repair and growth. Eating a large amount of protein in one meal and neglecting it for the rest of the day is less effective than distributing it across multiple meals. A high-quality protein breakfast with eggs or Greek yogurt, a lunch with chicken or legumes, and a dinner with fish or tofu will keep your body in an anabolic or muscle-building state more consistently. This habit doesn't require expensive ingredients, only requires an understanding of what makes a protein source effective and how to include it in your diet regularly. There's also the factor of protein's role in satiety and energy. High-quality protein not only supports muscle growth, but also helps you feel full and stable in your energy levels. This means you're less likely to overeat on low-nutrient, high-cost snacks that drain your budget without helping your muscle goals. Foods like cottage cheese, lentils, or boiled eggs can keep hunger in check for hours, allowing you to save money while fueling your body with what it actually needs. In this way, focusing on protein quality can be both a nutritional and financial strategy. Cost to benefit ratio of protein sources should always be considered. Paying 3 times the price for a protein source does not mean you are getting 3 times the benefit. A budget-friendly food like dried lentils paired with a complementary protein source can offer the same muscle-building potential as an expensive steak dinner. By understanding how to identify high-quality proteins, you gain the freedom to eat for your goals without feeling pressured by marketing or social trends. Finally, it's important to remember that your body's biology is blind to branding. Muscles respond to amino acids, not to labels or price tags. Whether you get your protein from a $1 can of sardines or a $8.50 tub of protein powder, what matters is the completeness, digestibility, and consistency of intake. So you start thinking about protein in terms of its quality rather than its price. You can make smarter choices, build more muscle, and keep more money in your pocket. Quality protein is accessible to everyone. It's just a matter of knowing what to look for and committing to using it consistently. Amino acids are the fundamental units your body uses to build and repair muscle tissue. And when we talk about a complete amino acid profile, I mean a food source that provides all 9 essential amino acids in sufficient amounts for human needs. These 9 essentials cannot be synthesized by the body, so they must come directly from your diet. Without them in the right proportions, your body's ability to carry out muscle protein synthesis, the process of creating new muscle fibers, is compromised. This is why aiming for complete amino acid profiles is critical if your goal is to build muscle efficiently. It's not enough to just hit a certain number of grams of protein each day. The quality of that protein, in terms of its amino acid composition, is equally important. Think of it like trying to build a house. You can have a large pile of bricks, but if you don't have the right mix of materials like wood, nails, and cement, the structure won't hold. Animal-based proteins such as eggs, chicken, fish, dairy, and beef are naturally complete proteins. They provide all 9 essential amino acids in the optimal balance for human muscle repair and growth. That's one reason why they're considered high-quality sources. However, this doesn't mean plant-based eaters can't achieve the same results. Plant proteins often lack 1 or more essential amino acids or have them in lower quantities, but by combining different plant-based foods, you can create a complete profile. For example, grains like rice are low in lysine but high in methionine, while beans are high in lysine but low in methionine. When eaten together, they complement each other to form a complete amino acid profile, similar in quality to an animal protein source. This principle of complementary proteins is a powerful tool for building muscle on a budget, especially for those who prefer or rely on plant-based diets. Beyond simply having all 9 essential amino acids, the proportions matter. If one amino acid is present in too low a quantity, it becomes a limiting factor, slowing down or halting muscle protein synthesis, even if all the others are abundant. This concept is sometimes referred to as the limiting amino acid principle. For instance, if your diet is high in collagen protein from sources like bone broth or gelatin, you may be getting plenty of glycine and proline, but collagen is low in tryptophan, making it incomplete as a sole protein source for muscle building. That's why collagen is better used as a supplemental protein for joint and skin health rather than as a primary protein source for muscle growth. Knowing which amino acids are abundant or lacking in certain foods allows you to plan combinations that eliminate deficiencies and maximize muscle building potential. And leucine deserves special mention because it plays a key role in triggering muscle protein synthesis. It acts as a signal to the body that it's time to start building and repairing muscle tissue. While leucine is found in many protein sources, animal proteins and certain plant proteins like soy and pea tend to have higher concentrations. Consuming enough leucine in each meal can help optimize muscle building responses, especially after resistance training when your muscles are primed for repair. Aiming for around 2 to 3 grams of leucine per meal is often recommended for stimulating muscle growth. This is another reason why understanding amino acid profile is so important. Without adequate leucine, even a high total protein intake may fall short in terms of muscle gain. For people trying to build muscle on a budget, aiming for complete amino acid profiles doesn't mean buying expensive foods. Eggs are one of the most cost-effective sources of complete protein, delivering a perfect amino acid balance along with vitamins and minerals that support overall health. Dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cottage cheese are also affordable and high in complete proteins. Canned fish such as tuna, salmon, sardines offer not only complete amino acid profiles, but also healthy fats that support hormone function and recovery. For plant-based eaters, staples like lentils, chickpeas, quinoa, soy products, and combinations of beans with rice or whole grains can create complete profiles without straining your budget. Meal planning becomes easier when you focus on complete amino acid profiles because you don't have to guess whether you're supporting muscle growth effectively. You can think in terms of building blocks. Every meal is an opportunity to deliver a full set of essential amino acids to your muscles. If you start your day with Greek yogurt, follow it with a lunch of rice and beans, and end with a dinner of chicken or tofu with quinoa, you're ensuring your body has what it needs at each stage of the day. Over time, this consistency is what drives results. The science is clear. Muscle growth depends not just on total protein intake, but on the quality and completeness of the amino acids you consume. Your muscles are not counting calories. They are assessing whether the necessary amino acids are available in the right ratios to repair and grow tissue. By focusing on complete amino acid profiles, you're aligning your diet with the way your body's biology actually works. This approach is efficient, cost-effective, and sustainable, whether you follow an omnivorous, vegetarian, or vegan diet. Once you understand this principle, you can stop chasing expensive trends and instead focus on building meals that meet your body's real needs, meal after meal, day after day. And when the goal is to build muscle on a budget, one of the smartest strategies is to make use of affordable, high-protein staples that offer the most nutrition for the least cost. Many people assume that serious muscle growth requires costly protein powders, premium meats, or specialty supplements, but the truth is that there are countless low-cost, high-quality foods that can meet your protein needs just as effectively. By understanding which staples give you the best return in protein per dollar, you can create a diet that fuels muscle growth without overspending. This is not only practical from a financial standpoint, but also sustainable over the long term because you continue eating this way without feeling pressure from fluctuating food prices or marketing-driven products. Eggs are one of the best examples of an affordable protein staple. They are nutrient-dense, containing all 9 essential amino acids in an ideal ratio for muscle repair and growth. Beyond protein, eggs also provide vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats, making them one of the most efficient foods you can buy. Even when prices fluctuate, eggs remain a budget-friendly choice that works in countless recipes, from breakfast omelets to hard-boiled snacks. Another powerful and inexpensive option is canned tuna, which delivers a high amount of protein per serving and stores well without refrigeration, making it convenient for meal prep. For a small cost, you get a complete amino acid profile and the added benefit of omega-3 fatty acids, which support recovery and reduce inflammation. Dairy products like milk, Greek yogurt, and cottage cheese are also excellent budget-friendly staples. They are rich in casein and whey proteins, both of which are complete and highly bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use them efficiently. Greek yogurt in particular offers a high protein content per serving and pairs well with fruit, oats, or nuts for a balanced meal or snack. Cottage cheese is another standout, providing slow-digesting casein protein that can help sustain amino acid levels in your bloodstream for hours, making it an ideal option before bedtime to support overnight muscle repair. These dairy options are widely available and often much cheaper than meat per gram of protein. For those who prefer plant-based eating or want to add more variety, legumes such as lentils, chickpeas, and black beans are unbeatable in terms of affordability and nutrition. While most legumes are not complete proteins on their own, they become complete when paired with whole grains like rice, oats, or quinoa. This complementary protein pairing allows you to create meals that deliver the full amino acid spectrum for muscle growth while keeping costs extremely low. Lentils, for example, are not only high in protein, but also packed with fiber, which supports digestion and keeps you feeling full. Buying them dried instead of canned is even more cost-effective, and they store well for months. Another plant-based powerhouse is soy. Soy products like tofu, tempeh, and edamame are naturally complete proteins, meaning you don't have to pair them with other foods to get all the essential amino acids. Tofu is particularly versatile. It can be grilled, stir-fried, blended into smoothies, or added to soups, and it absorbs flavors from whatever you cook it with. It's also relatively inexpensive, especially when purchased in bulk. Tempeh offers a slightly higher protein content than tofu and has the added benefit of being fermented, which can support gut health. Edamame, whether fresh or frozen, makes for a convenient high-protein snack. Canned or frozen fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are other staples worth keeping in your rotation. While fresh fish can be expensive, these preserved versions often cost a fraction of the price while still delivering complete protein and beneficial fats. Sardines, in particular, are rich in calcium because they include the edible bones, adding another layer of nutritional value for those looking to support bone health alongside muscle building. Buying in bulk is another way to make affordable protein sources even cheaper. Large bags of oats, rice, beans, or frozen chicken can save significant money over time. Freezing meat or poultry in portion sizes also helps prevent waste and ensures you always have a protein source on hand. You can stretch your protein further by incorporating it into balanced meals that also contain healthy fats and complex carbohydrates, supporting both energy levels and muscle repair. The key is to think in terms of cost to protein ratio and versatility. Foods that can be prepared in multiple ways keep your meals interesting and prevent dietary burnout. For example, chicken thighs are often less expensive than chicken breasts, but still provide high-quality protein and can be roasted, grilled, shredded, or added to soups. Mixing and matching different affordable staples throughout the week allows you to hit your protein targets without relying on any single expensive source. By focusing on affordable, high-protein staples, you remove one of the most common barriers to building muscle, the belief that it's financially out of reach. Your body doesn't recognize whether your protein came from a budget-friendly meal or an expensive restaurant. It only registers the amino acids it receives. If those amino acids are present in the right amounts, muscle repair and growth will happen. With the right knowledge and shopping habits, you can consistently meet your protein needs, build strength, and keep your budget intact. Consistency is the most important driver of muscle growth, and it applies not only to your training, but also to your nutrition. Building muscle is not an overnight process. As a result of repeatedly giving your body the raw materials it needs over weeks, months, and even years. Just as you can't expect to get stronger from doing one intense workout, can't expect significant muscle growth from a single high-protein day. Your muscles respond to repeated exposure to adequate protein, essential amino acids, and resistance training over time. Steady input allows your body to adapt by increasing muscle size, strength, and endurance. Consistency is the bridge between your goals and the actual physical results you see in the mirror. The biology behind this is clear. After a workout, your muscles go through a process of repair and adaptation. This is known as muscle protein synthesis, and it's triggered by the combination of mechanical tension from exercise and the presence of enough amino acids in your bloodstream. The muscle building signal is strongest in the hours immediately after training. Your body's repair process continues for up to 48 hours. If you are inconsistent with your protein intake during this period, you're missing opportunities to support muscle growth. You consistently provide holiday protein at regular intervals, whether that's through eggs, chicken, lentils, tofu, or dairy. You create an environment where your muscles are always primed for repair and growth. Consistency also prevents the common problem of undoing progress. Many people train hard for a week or two, eat well for a short period, and then lose momentum. This stop and start approach causes your muscle building signals to fluctuate, and your progress resets each time you go off track. It's like filling a bucket with water, but poking holes in it every few days. You're never able to fully fill it. The people who make the most progress are those build sustainable habits they can repeat almost automatically. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect. It means you need to be consistent enough that missed meals or skipped workouts are rare exceptions rather than the norm. Key part of staying consistent with nutrition is having a plan that is realistic and fits your lifestyle. If your plan relies on expensive, hard to find ingredients or complicated recipes, you're less likely to stick to it. Instead, choose a set of affordable, versatile protein staples and rotate them throughout your meals. Keeping hard-boiled eggs in the fridge, pre-cooking chicken or lentils in bulk, having canned tuna and frozen vegetables on hand can make it easy to hit your protein goals even on busy days. By reducing friction, the obstacles that make you skip meals, you make consistency much easier to maintain. Another aspect of consistency is spreading protein intake evenly throughout the day. Your body can only use a certain amount of protein for muscle building at one time. Having all your protein in one big dinner is less effective than dividing it into multiple smaller servings of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Aim to include a source of high-quality protein in every meal. A steady stream of amino acids helps maintain a positive muscle-protein balance, keeping your body in an anabolic state more often. Over weeks and months, this adds up to significant muscle growth. Consistency is also mental. You have to commit to showing up for yourself even when motivation dips. Motivation will naturally fluctuate, but discipline and habit will keep you moving forward. There will be days when you don't feel like cooking, shopping, training, but the people who achieve lasting results are the ones who take action anyway. This is where having a clear reason for your goal matters. Whether it's to be stronger, healthier, more confident, set an example for others. Keeping that reason front of mind will help you stay consistent even during low energy days. Tracking progress is another tool to maintain consistency. When you measure your protein intake, your workouts, or take regular progress photos, you create visible evidence of your effort paying off. This feedback loop reinforces the habit, making it easier to stay the course. In small improvements, lifting a little more weight, feeling less sore, or seeing slight muscle definition can fuel your desire to keep going. Ultimately, consistency is about building a rhythm between your training and your nutrition so your body is always moving toward your goal. When you combine affordable, high-quality protein sources with steady, repeated effort, create the ideal environment for muscle growth. Your body doesn't need perfection, it needs reliability. Skipping workouts occasionally or having the occasional low protein meal won't erase your progress. Making inconsistency your default will. The real transformation happens when you keep showing up for weeks, months, and years without giving up. Over time, these repeated actions compound. Results will not only show in your physique, but also in your strength, confidence, and overall health.